going on? Rob Fischer, BikeBandit.com. Join me as we learn a little bit more about from Heidenau. These, my friends, that is the K60 Scout. Welcome back. Thanks always for joining me. So from Heidenau, these are the K60 Scout. Very, very famous tire. We sell tons of them, but we never did a review on them. They kind of, I don't want to say they sell themselves, but fantastic. If you own a enduro dual sport, especially an adventure bike, especially the big boys, this is, I'd say, out of all the offerings, I bet you we sell 20% of everything we sell are these. Considered a true 50-50 tire. They make them for, again, all the big boys. Think BMW GS's, 1150s, etc. Think KTM 990s and on up. The brand new BMWs, so I'm talking the water-cooled, the water boxers, these tires will be available in the new sizes, so 170/60/17 and a 120/70/19 front. Those will be available the first half, they say, of 2015. Fantastic tire, 50-50. A lot of surprises in this tire, a lot of not surprising things that you're going to see. Let's just talk about the front tire. Let's just talk about kind of the family, if you will, of Heidenau. We sell primarily two tires from Heidenau. The K60 Scout, 50-50, and then the K76, which is a little bit more street focused. I'm even going to call that, I want to say, a 75-25 tire. It's still got obviously some tread block to it, and it'll give you some bite off-road, but definitely more of a street focused. Both of them, of course, made in Germany. Heidenau has not been in the States for very long. At least on people's radar. People were importing them in and paying top dollar. And then all of a sudden we realized, because a lot of us here actually own adventure bikes, these things absolutely kick ass. Off-road, you're muscling a behemoth. We're talking 500-600 plus pounds unloaded of motorcycle that can go anywhere, have a tire that can take you anywhere. The front tire, what you're going to notice a very, very aggressive tread block. And the center is obviously going to be undimpled. I'm going to use undimpled because you'll notice as we get off to the side, you're going to get more dimpling because these blocks are actually going to flex quite a bit, and that is almost like a siping thing, which we're going to get to in a second, but that provides an extra, an edge for one, steering, but two, also for braking while leaned over. As you get over to the side, your mind tells you that the tire goes this way, right? But if you're in a turn, the tire is actually pushing the soil this way. So these actually flex open as well. And again, it's just an extra biting edge. That's off-road. On-road, fantastic braking performance. They warm up quick. You'd be surprised at actually how sticky these are and capable when it comes to the pavement and the twisties. Jumping to the rear, you're going to notice the same thing. And then I'm going to kind of, I don't want to say deviate back and forth on topic here, but they're very kind of hard to pigeonhole being a 50-50 tire. You're going to notice kind of the same mentality, except instead of on the front where that center block is broken up, you're going to find this to be a continuous block in the center. It's going to do two things. One, it's going to provide less rolling resistance, so you're going to get less hum and less buzz from the tire, but you're also going to have less rumble feel because obviously it's a continuous band in the center. You're going to notice that same kind of technology. As you lean it over onto the side, you're going to get bigger blocks with those dimples and then again kind of almost a sideways biting edge. Now, the number one surprise that you will get from these tires is there are tires in this 50-50, 40-60 genre that, you know, I mean, there's people seriously that are smoking sets of tires in 2,000 miles. Why? Because these bikes have incredible amounts of torque. They're almost exclusively 2 cylinders, so you get big, huge power pulses, and of course you have a lot of weight. So when you take them onto the highway, whoop, they're gone pretty quick. I know people personally that are pulling 10, 12, 13,000 miles out of a set of tires on big boys. GS's, fully loaded, bags, camping gear, munchin' miles, street, dirt, wet, dry, yada yada. Fantastic tires. Again, we're talking adventure, big boy bikes, and as well, what's crazy is you'll actually see quite a bit when you get down into, let's say, the smaller dual sport stuff, let's say the KLRs, even dual sport adventure street legal, let's say KTM 450 EXEs. They make a 90-90-21. They make a 140-80-18. Easily fits, easily spoons on, obviously directional tires. But what you're going to find is in that rainbow, in that spectrum, if you will, of tires, the tread is going to totally change. 100% change. What is the 150, 70, 17, 18, let's say for the big adventure bikes? That's a totally different tread when you get down to, let's say, the 4.0 and the 18. The 90-90, 21 front, let's say for the smaller enduro bikes, or let's say that 990 KTM, is a totally different tread block than the 110, 80, 19 that you're going to find on the BMWs. It's just wild, but trust me, they've done their homework. It's fantastic. Like I say, probably 20-25% of the entire tires that we move in the adventure market are Heidenau K60 Scouts. Because there is such a rave following for them, they rock. Enough said. You already watched the review. Enjoy your ride. Enjoy your adventure.